I'll get right down to it if you don't mind, sir. Of- Yes, so I'd like to start first by explaining the process we undertook as EFCOS to ensure people's participation in this year's budget consultation. There were 3 divisional consultations which included members of our subnational platforms, the District Councils of Social Services or the DCOSs, the District Advisory Councillors and other CSO leaders in that locale. We also invited PAs and the commissioners to participate alongside the community and CSO leaders. And this included leaders that traveled from as far as Kandavo and Lomaiviti in the Eastern Division. During these discussions, participants were then asked to work together to identify and prioritize responses to the development challenges. And COVID-19, responding to COVID-19 was a big factor in these discussions. And so from there, divisional budget recommendations were drafted and submitted to divisional commissioners. EFCOS then put together Fiji national budget submission based on common threads or themes from the divisional consultations, and these were first and foremost was social services. The focus was on quality and effective health services, education and housing issues that you've spoken to, sir, in your introductory comments. Access was another theme, and the focus was on infrastructure, transport and water. The third theme was resilience, which was a focus on improving community resilience in the face of climate change. And a lot of that came from the Northern Division, where we had held discussions. The fourth theme was on inclusion, which was really, applying that lenses of, leaving no one behind. And then our last, of course, which was something that you spoke on, was about economic recovery. And the focus was a transition to a people's economy. However, in our budget submission at the national level, EFCOS had highlighted 4 non-negotiables. And this was really because of the situation that our nation is going through right now. Number 1 is the importance of ensuring social protection floors for the most vulnerable and at-risk population cohorts. Number 2 was the need to protect or scale up support for women in informal sectors. And this was because a lot of those who came to the consultations thought that this was a proactive measure against hunger, poor health, and of course illiteracy in Fijian communities. Guaranteed access to water and basic health services for all is the third, non-negotiable from us. With the last being the need for consistent and concerted resourcing for integrated bottoms-up disaster risk reduction programs, taking into consideration the multiplicity of disasters and humanitarian events, and also the need for robust coordination, support, and operations. We looked, these were the issues that came up in these 3 divisional consultations. We also thought that we might recommend some measures that would be prudent for this time, and the first was around making sure that we activate the mechanisms to ensure robust coordination and integration across government agencies. For us, being working in the national humanitarian system gave us the opportunity to compare experiences. For us, it was key that coordination and integration needed to happen, more so particularly at this time. Ensuring that there is capacity to implement where funding is allocated for projects, and where necessary, the urgent reprioritization. We're particularly looking at the need for extra support to the health sector. Measures to ensure efficiency of spending, including going beyond quantity, producing at minimal costs, and of course improving processes. Thank you for listening. I'll probably give it to the next speaker. We've got a batting order, and up next is Life Flight Fiji from Anthony Blake, the operations manager.